out there, and welcome to another episode of Guitar Chat with attorney Steven Rubin. I'm attorney Steven Rubin, a business nonprofit and tax attorney in Santa Monica, California. And in this episode of Guitar Chat, I would like to introduce you to a nonprofit I started called Guitars4Justice. Guitars, the number 4, Justice. I have a little neat logo that my talented wife helped me make behind me on the backdrop with a little guitar upright. Guitars4Justice. Maybe you can see that. It's a little hard to read from that distance. Guitars4Justice is the result of a long effort to bring together my love of the law and my law practice and my love of music and playing guitar and all things guitar related, and I was always looking for a way to bring the two worlds together. The first effort was called Save Our Courts with Music, and the idea was to help raise money that could be given to the courts for them to use. But a judge I know, we'll just call him Judge R. Well, we had lunch one day and he told me, Steve, that idea is not going to work very well because private parties aren't allowed, or even nonprofits aren't allowed to provide money to the courts. He said if we did, we might end up one day with the Coca-Cola courthouse. So I think he made his point. So I had to pivot, and I decided to reform or re-engineer Save Our Courts with Music and into Guitars4Justice. And Guitars4Justice raises money primarily to give to nonprofits that support the homeless. And the main nonprofit that Guitars4Justice has supported since its inception in about 2015 is the LA Mission in Los Angeles. Let me pull them up on my handy dandy iPad over here. And but first I'd like to read to you, before I do, about the LA Mission, our mission with Guitars4Justice. And that mission is to help the homeless through volunteerism, raising money for 501c3s that focus on helping the homeless, and playing music to lift spirits of the homeless and others. That's the mission for Guitars4Justice. And Guitars4Justice, I'm proud to report, has been providing money, funds, contributions to the LA Mission for now at least 2 or 3 years. And LA Mission, for those of you who are not familiar with it, is a wonderful organization based out of downtown Los Angeles that, just like its name implies, takes care of supports the homeless community through a variety of wonderful programs. And if you ever want to learn more, you can of course go to their website, and they put out a publication, The Crossroads. Give you a little glance at that. I think it comes out every month. Yeah, I think it's a monthly where you can learn about all the wonderful things that are going on there and get testimonials from the people who are being helped. But that is a little bit about the LA Mission, which you can learn more about through their website, and about the Guitars4Justice nonprofit that I started. And now to the very important, how do you donate to Guitars4Justice so that we can do our good work supporting nonprofits like the LA Mission. And you can go to the Guitars4Justice website. That's Guitars4Justice. Remember, it's just the number 4, not spelled out. Guitars4Justice.org. You can go to Guitars4Justice.org and you'll find a button where you can donate right there online through the website, or you can always mail a check payable to Guitars4Justice. Mail it to me at my law firm there in Santa Monica on 1912 Broadway, number 105 in Santa Monica, California, 90404. You can go to my website and get that address. Through my website and my social media buttons located on the top banner, you'll be able to find, I think you'll be able to connect directly to Guitars4Justice. And get the law firm address if you prefer to mail the check to me to be deposited into the accounts for Guitars4Justice. But that that is what this episode is being devoted to. And now, one of the ways that Guitars for Justice does raise funds is by doing little concerts out and about where I show up with my guitar and sit down much like I am right now, and I play a few songs. I might play something that I wrote, something I called She Don't Ever, and that goes like... Well, I'm hanging on to that bottom line. For 2 more bills, you get 2 more times. And oh mercy, save my soul, I'm about to let it go. Falling into some heavy snow, and you know, and you know, and you know, she don't ever let you down easy. Or I might play a cover of something like, let's say, a Rolling Stones number. I met a gin-soaked barroom queen in Memphis. She tried to take me upstairs for a ride. I had to heave a ride across my shoulder. I could not seem to drink her off my mind. Or maybe we'll play a little, go down south, maybe down Macon, somewhere, Daytona, Florida, play a little Allman Brothers, 'cause I'm southbound. I'm coming home to you. Yes, I'm southbound. Coming home to you. Old-fashioned feeling, sometimes called the blues. And I might play a whole bunch of other music too, but that you could have that live. And all we ask is for a tiny little contribution to Guitars for Justice in return. So that's what we're doing here. That's what this episode's about. Remember, Guitars for Justice, right here. Oh, I want to read to you the tagline, jamming to help the homeless. Jamming to help the homeless. So thank you for joining me for this episode of Guitar Chat, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time, all right?